level 40 rewards, this is an easy way to do it.
Yeah. If you're my career player and you haven't dabbled into my team, I really think you should, because now you can play my team and level up on the go.
We're here with Carl and Jackie. We're doing some 2K TV Interactive live at NBA All-Star Weekend, and we have a WNBA question for you guys. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay. What college did Sabrina Ionescu go to? Was it Oregon, Penn State, Wisconsin, or University of Miami?
She went to Oregon.
Oregon, I guess.
Psych, you got it correct. Congratulations. You guys get a signed Sabrina Ionescu jersey.
Shut up! Oh, that's dope. Okay.
What year 2K?
Allen Iverson.
Yay! You got VC! Congratulations! Take your VC, Cole. Who was recently traded from the Portland Trailblazers to the Milwaukee Bucks?
Damian Lillard.
Oh, I didn't even Damian Lillard, congratulations! Who won the All-Star MVP award in 2007? Was it Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Shaquille O'Neal, or Kevin Garnett?
Kobe Bryant.
You are right. Congratulations. You won some VC.
Okay, thank you. I need some too.
What are you going to do with your VC?
By my player. Buy some more animations.
And here were the Boston Celtics arriving earlier. The players with a look of intensity as they try to pick up a win on the road. Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Boston Celtics. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Kristaps Porzingis.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The talented wing pair of Brown and Tatum. Horford is out there with Porzingis, and it's Holiday in at the point guard. And for Brooklyn, they've got Jefferson. Anderson is out there with Petrovic. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Coleman in at the four-man position. Hey, Greg, what are you looking for here as they enter their first night of a back-to-back?
We'll see how the coaching staff distributes minutes among the players. You don't want to overuse your guys tonight and leave them sluggish for tomorrow. It's about finding a balance.
Passes to Porzingis. Lets it go with a three. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And when you rank stretch bigs, you have to place Porzingis toward the top of that list. This guy is a pure shooter at 7'3".
Now here's Anderson. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio. Pass to Jefferson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Coleman. Horford with the rebound. And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. It's a three-point game. Brown, good.
There is zero hesitation from Brown. This man is always ready to fire.
Anderson against Holiday. Outside Jefferson. There's the triple. Bangs home the trifecta.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
Now here is Holiday. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Left side, Horford. A three from Porzingis. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
They're finding every shot they've wanted so far a perfect 3 of 3 to start the game.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Anderson passes to Claxton. Back to Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And one thing you know about Claxton, he's not going to waste his opportunity.
Yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in this league, and he's all about getting quality, high-percentage shots, Greg. He doesn't force shots that aren't there for him.
Holiday with the three. Rebound, Brooklyn. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And they backed it up with their play, got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And GA, this Nets team, kind of slim on the interior, don't you think? How can they be most effective?
Well, you've got to press that advantage as far as quickness and get out and run and challenge opposing bigs to cover you in space.
Now here's Tatum. A 35-point game for him in the win against Miami.
And we'd be remiss not to mention his incredible rebounding, just a force on the backboards. That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Outside Jefferson, pass to Coleman. Shoots a fader, count it, good.
They've come out strong, 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Stolen by Anderson. In transition, here come the Nets. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Celtics have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Boston shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The Nets making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. And that one falls for Tatum.
A multi-talented swingman. Tatum just continues to get better and better each year.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. Here's Jefferson. Porzingis with the block.
And with that 7'6" wingspan, Porzingis has always been a big-time shot blocker.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
And the rejection by Tatum. Here's Brown. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Jefferson.
And Brown is a talented scorer who also excels at drawing fouls.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he's kept this percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
And Brown drops them both.
And we've watched Brown blossom into a talented scorer, someone who's capable of shouldering that entire offensive load.
Takes a step back. Unloads from 9. That one a little long.
Well, okay, well, I like his aggressiveness, but like the defense was waiting on him that time.
And here's Tatum for 3. Good! Another from 3.
The threes just don't stop with him. He's been a machine from beyond the arc ever since the start of the season.
He continues, doesn't he, to shoot his way up the history books and now sits solely by himself for third most threes in a season.
Surpassing Steph Curry's mark from 2019, but Curry still holds that top mark of 402 set in 2016.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. We have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Jason Tatum.
And you just look at the point totals that he has posted up during that time frame. Just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying this team with his scoring ability.
On defense, Boston, 10-point lead. Simmons left side and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Well, a great rebounding small forward can give any team an X factor. Let's look at a few guys who have been playing that role over the course of the last month. In the third spot, Jason Tatum.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there and mix it up and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
One word you always hear used to describe these guys is active. They don't leave it to just the bigs to do the rebounding. They get in there and do the dirty work themselves.
Shot clock at 6. Holiday with the 3. A rebound by the Nets. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
They were bricking, they were missing, they were airballing, they were doing everything. Brutal night shooting for them when they couldn't even hit the broadside of a barn. They couldn't hit the ocean if they fell out of a boat.
Now here's Anderson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Here's Tatum. Shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got 11 points.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the 3.
And here's Anderson. After Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. Timeout called the Nets. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Mikal Bridges checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Simmons. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against San Antonio.
And I love what he's been able to do on the glass, securing some extra possessions for his team.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Here's Petrovic. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And Boston has possession, following the bucket by the Nets. Mercer launches it. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 11. Greg, here we are watching Claxton. Who does he remind you of?
You know, Kevin, defensively, he looks a lot like 80 out there. Similar builds. And Claxton can also handle the ball a little bit. Just want to see it.
Whoa, look out! Look out!
Wow, okay, I see you. Was it just me, or was there a little bit extra on that slam by Brown?
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. 1:31 left in the first quarter of the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
A shot's good from Claxton.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's White. Missed inside.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And 1:01 left in the first. Here's Mercer. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And it's Anderson with the ball for Brooklyn. Trailing here by 8. Inside. And that one's good by Petrovic. Petrovic has got his third basket of the night right there.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Three-pointer. Cans it from downtown. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Good stuff from Brown, providing the assist. He's made giant strides in his passing game.
Here is Anderson. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oh, the lob for Simmons. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Bowie, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Johnson comes in for Petrovic. And it's Jefferson in for Anderson. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Bridges, no one around him. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And every year, Bridges seems to get better, including understanding when he should be aggressive on the scoring end.
Now Tatum, 1 second left. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
And so it's Boston in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll return shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Johnson is out there with Bowie. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Simmons. And it's Jefferson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Tatum on the wing. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
And now a look at Jason Tatum. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. He's averaging 35 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
RJ, so much goes into extending an NBA playing career. What was the key for you in your long career?
Well, for me, physically, I had to start doing more things away from the game of basketball. Doing yoga, doing strength training, but also the changes mentally. I went from a 20-point-a-game scorer to a guy that was getting 3 or 4 shots a game. You have to be able to accept your role and then star in your role. And for me, I just love doing it.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Boston leading by 3. Joe Johnston on the wing. Outside, White. Here's Pritchard. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Jefferson. The rebound by Johnson. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's White. Hits it from 3-point range. White's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Now here's Simmons, guarded closer. Here's Bridges. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Tatum. Misses the 3.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Bridges misses.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And White kicks to Johnson. Tatum looking around. White nailed from 3-point land. White's got 6.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against Miami. Here's Simmons. Tries yet again, and it's good on the way in. Simmons got his 3rd basket of the night.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Celtics leading by 5. There's the pass to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum on the wing. Beyond the arc. A 3 from Tatum.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Simmons dishes to Jefferson. Passes it to Bridges. Johnson kicks to Bridges. Outside, Simmons. Just 4 to shoot. Launches from deep. And Tatum pulls it down. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Takes the 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Nets have been forced to pivot from their star-crossed super team era. The what-ifs are fading into the rearview mirror. Now it's people like Mikal Bridges that are going to form the next new era. And rest assured, This team has dug its way out of far worse. With the draft assets and two-way talent on their roster, their aim is to remain competitive. Kevin?
And I think they are. David, thank you for the report. Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Coleman's checked in for Bowie. Petrovic is checked in for Bridges. And it's Anderson in for Johnson. And a new group in for the Celtics. Al Horford is checked in for Walker. Porzingis is coming in for Johnson. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Derek White. And it's Holiday in for Pritchard. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The Celtics shooting their fourth attempt at the free throw line right here. Bridges, he's checked in for Jefferson. And that one falls for Tatum. Nets trail by 14. Anderson outside. And stolen by Horford. Tatum on the wing. He's got 22. Bridges with some nice defense.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Oh, sensational speed by Simmons. Trucking it down the court and beating everyone.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Brooklyn with the rebound. It's stolen by Brown. Puts up a deep three. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now here's Anderson. On the wing, Bridges. Pass to Petrovic. Bridges inside. Guarded by Tatum.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
And while we see a number of players get hurt during the season, Richard Mikal Bridges has remained very durable.
He's just an old-school player. That's what they used to do. If you were healthy, you played in every single game, and he's found ways to stay healthy.
Authoritative move by Simmons, throwing it down on the defense.
Boston leading by 13. And Holiday kicks to Brown. Back to Holiday. From deep. Simmons pulls it in. The Nets have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. And here's Anderson for 3. And Tatum pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Holiday finds Porzingis, and the shot goes down. 8 points for Porzingis.
Knowing it's his responsibility to find open teammates. Holiday, nice job setting the table there.
Bridges outside. Back to Simmons. Porzingis with the block. Brown outside. Banked in off the glass. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
There's 1:26 left now here in the second. Outside, Simmons. Anderson wide open. And again, it's the Nets missing. Celtics leading by 17. Pass to Brown. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Brown's got 14 points for the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Brooklyn's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You talk about a tough cover. Petrovic just keeps himself in excellent condition and knows how to change pace there to draw fouls.
The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Simmons, and it's Jefferson in for Mikal Bridges. Good on both. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And here's Tatum for three. Well, it was the Boston Celtics winning their last game against the Heat in Miami. Anderson with the ball, now guarded by Porzingis. The pass to Coleman. Here's Petrovic. Cranes the three-pointer. Petrovic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
A nice shot by Tatum.
The efficiency from Tatum on the offensive end is terrific, not letting any scoring chances pass him by.
There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Holiday against Anderson. Passes it to Coleman. The three. The rebound by the Celtics. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, your second unit, those reserves, they can swing a game.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Back right after this.
Hey there, everybody. Jason Tatum has put his stamp on this game, looking so dominant so far.
Hard not to love what Tatum is doing out there, hustling on both ends of the floor, punishing. I mean, he's punishing the D with his scoring ability and keeping his team energized, Shaq.
He's giving them everything they want and more. Get it, young fella.
And more.
And more than that.
And now, let's take a look at the Rookie of the Year race so far.
Chet Holmgren's basically positionless. He handles the ball. He shoots like a guard. He has the versatility of a forward. He's, about 7 feet something? I don't know, man. This guy has the length of a center.
Just got to get out the way and let him go to work, just like me.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The forwards for him, Tatum and Porzingis. Jaylen Brown out there with Holiday, and it's Horford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Nets have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
Nicholas Claxton at the line, 2 times.
And that one falls for Claxton. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Celtics leading by 17. Tatum with it. Brown outside. To the left wing. Porzingis kicks to Brown. Back to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here is Anderson. Here's the teardrop, and it's sent back by Horford, and he gets it back. Boston shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. There's the 3. Rebounded by Coleman. Coleman's got 4 rebounds in this game. Petrovic with the pass to Anderson. Here's Coleman. With some arc, and Anderson gets it to go. Anderson's got his second bucket of the night. Here's Boston now. Right side Horford. Porzingis finds Horford. Back to Porzingis from past the arc. The shot comes out.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Petrovic. And the 3 ball is good. Petrovic has got 15 points.
And right there is the difficulty in defending Petrovic. He can burn you from deep as well as off the dribble.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Anderson against Holiday. Anderson outside. Pass to Petrovic. And it's blocked by Brown.
Terrific anticipation by Brown, managing to see the shot coming and get ahead of it. Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they are trailing in this ball game.
Outside Holiday. Left side Tatum. From downtown. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 5 rebounds tonight. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, back in grade school, when Jason Tatum told folks his NBA goals, they'd often suggest a backup plan. And he said, I always would tell them, I don't have one. I'm going to make this work regardless. Nothing else matters. Kevin?
Oh, I like that. It's worked out, David. Thanks so much. Anderson with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Petrovic's shot is off. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Porzingis can't hit. Nets trail by 17. Jefferson dishes to Anderson. Jefferson against Brown. Jefferson passing to Petrovic. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Holiday against Anderson. Pass to Petrovic. They need this one. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Tatum. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. And that's now 28 points for Jason Tatum. Nets shooting around 40% from the floor here. Timeout called the Nets.
And he has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
And the Nets making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Derek White's checked in for Boston. Anderson outside. And a miss there on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
They get it again. Tatum gets the bucket. Tatum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now you got to keep Tatum off the boards or he will jump all over you.
From 11 feet away. And it's off the back rim. No good. Celtics leading by 21. The kick out to Brown from deep three-point land. A rebound by the Nets. Jefferson's got his 5th rebound in this one. He dishes it to Anderson. And the pass to Petrovic. Outside, Simmons. Over Holiday. And the Nets miss again. And for the Celtics, they're shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Horford kicks to Brown. Over in the corner, White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Clock at 6. The 3 from Tatum. It's rebounded by Richard Jefferson.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, you thought it would continue, but he's cooled off a little bit here now.
Simmons finds Claxton. Now here's Jefferson, guarded by Tatum.
Jefferson, just great lift on these dunks. Whenever he's near the basket, he is ready to turn one over.
Well, the Celtics shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Here's Holiday. Anderson with the block. Passes it to Claxton. And it goes down 2 points. Claxton's got 5 points so far.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. He's checked in for the Nets. Bridges comes in for Petrovic. And let's take this moment to check out the point guards with the highest shooting percentage from the last 10 games. 5th on the list, Ben Simmons.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, it's not a bad idea every now and then for him to go it alone.
Yeah, and when you can shoot it like he can, why not? Just the threat of their shooting makes them more effective at this point.
Down low, and he jams it with authority.
The defense got crossed up, and Bridges takes advantage with that pass.
Celtics leading by 15. Outside Tatum. To the left side wing. We've got 1:28 left in the third. Brown kicks to Tatum. Shoots the 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
3.
Brown's got his 4th assist in this one. What's special about him is he is a natural leader and an active scorer. When Tatum is firing off the catch, you know he's feeling it.
Anderson passes to Bridges, and it's sent back by Horford. To the paint, back to White. Brown outside. And here's Tatum for 3. And Simmons with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Anderson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. He has 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And White kicks to Brown. Pass to Tatum. Puts up a deep 3. Good on the triple. Tatum's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Celtics.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And how about the connection Simmons has with his guys? Once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish inside.
Brown jams it in.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Here's Simmons. Good work defensively by Horford.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
And so it's Boston with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Boston leading by 19 points. So with Johnson on the bench, this is the group that Jacque Vaughn has right now. Ben Simmons is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Anderson. Then there's Petrovic. And it's Coleman in at the 5.
And the versatility Johnson offers, it can't be forgotten. I mean, this is a guy that can play 3 to 4 positions, a lights-out shooter who also has that clutch gene.
That one is no good. And the NBA said expansion should wait until after the new CBA. Greg, that's done, so what new team?
I mean, Kevin, it seems like Seattle's been waiting forever. Professional teams have been crowding into Las Vegas, and don't sleep on Mexico City. A lot of potential fans south of the border.
Pass to Pritchard. Fires the 3. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Pritchard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here's Anderson. Floats one up, and the shot goes in. Celtics shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. White goes in, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
Good on the second free throw. Nets trail by 19. Anderson outside to the middle. Here's Bridges. Bank shot, no good. Celtics on offense. Walker the pass to Pritchard. And here is Johnson. Drops in the tray. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Celtics leading by 22. On the wing, Johnson jacks up a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's Anderson. We've seen players criticized for skipping their media obligations after tough losses, Greg. How egregious is that in your opinion?
Well, you know, they say the true test of character is how you respond to when things aren't going your way. So, for me, it's important to be accountable in those tough moments.
Johnson can't hit. Brooklyn's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And finished off by Anderson.
A crafty drive by Anderson, just zipping in for the shot.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And here's Tatum for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Here's Anderson. To the inside. Petrovic's shot is off. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Over in the corner, White buries it from three-point range.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Anderson up top. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Something seemed to click for him at halftime. He's looked a lot more focused, and the game is just easy for him now.
Joe Johnson on the wing. And there's the pass to Pritchard. The three from Tatum. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 6th rebound on the night from about 19 feet. That's good from Bridges on the assist by Simmons.
The mid-range isn't a total no-go for Bridges. He can get that dialed in.
Here's Tatum. And the layup falls. Tatum's got 38 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Nets trail by 21. Now Anderson. Pass to Petrovic. Puts up a 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Nice ball movement by Boston. And it's White missing. For Brooklyn, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's Coleman, guarded by Walker. Pass to Coleman. Now, here's Bridges. He feeds it to Simmons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And with this new CBA, great for the first time, team and league licensing revenue, about $160 million a year, is to be shared with the players.
And I think that's probably jersey patches and stuff like that. It makes sense that the players should get a share of that.
And the first one at the line is good.
A walking triple-double threat. Simmons needs to keep working on developing that jump shot to be truly unguardable.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Jefferson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And a new group in for the Celtics. Al Horford's checked in for Walker. Porzingis is coming in for Joe Johnson. Brown is checked in for White. Oh, with authority!
That is a monster finish.
Oh.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Brooklyn's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Holiday against Simmons. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Brown with the bucket.
Sometimes Brown just looks unstoppable. A little contact doesn't bother him at all.
Nets have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Stolen by Holiday. The kick out to Brown for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Simmons got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Well, players certainly have become comfortable, Richard, asking for trades. Has it become too commonplace?
It doesn't happen too much in general. I just think a lot of times it's the stars, and so it becomes a lot bigger. So if we're going to say players, make sure we point out the stars. But loyalty is a two-way street. I remember Blake Griffin signing a 5-year contract with the Clippers, and the next thing you know, he was traded.
Nets trail by 20. Now here's Simmons. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. Here's Petrovic. No good on the quick 3.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
It's good.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jason Tatum.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Celtics leading by 22. White the pass to Mercer. Johnson for three. Thomas grabs the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Mercer, Dinwiddie covering. Back to Johnson. Here's Mercer. Good on the three-point shot.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Boston.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jason Tatum.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many goals.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
At the line for the Celtics, Derek White, shooting 2.
And that one falls for White. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And both free throws good for White. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Joe Johnson picks one up.
And for all the things Anderson does well, it's his ball handling that's the most incredible. He honed those skills growing up as a playground legend in New York City.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Anderson. White against Anderson. White dishes to Johnson. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Petrovic with the pass to Anderson. Floats one. The shot that time not on target. Good D by Johnson. There's the dish to White. Kicks to Johnson. The three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Outside for Jefferson. Coleman, the pass to Petrovic. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Jason Tatum.